Hello folks, welcome to the channel. Hope everybody is keeping well on one of these dry days that we've got in December. So I thought I'd just come out on the bike whilst it is dry and just do a very quick update on this click bag system that Nippy Normans sent to me several weeks ago. It's the click bag system from Wunderlich, and Nippy Normans sent me the 6 litre one, which is expandable to 8 litres. I've already done an initial video on it, so I'll put a link in the description down below, or click on the card up here, go and have a look at it. And this video is really just a very quick update on what I think about the bag now that I've had it on the bike for a couple of weeks. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So the bag itself is going to cost you £135 for the 6 litre one, and you're going to have to buy a separate adapter ring which connects the bag to the bike. Again, that's all in the previous video. So it's not the cheapest, it's not the most expensive, but everybody's got a choice. Some people like to have the same brand all on their bike, so if you started with Wunderlich, you might actually want to just stick with Wunderlich rather than have your bike mix and matching with all kinds of stuff. So I think some people call that a bit OCDism, and I would fall into that category actually. I like everything to be the same, if I'm being honest. So yeah, it's not the cheapest, and I guess it's not the most expensive either, but everybody has got a choice. And like I said, some people are happy to mix and match and go for a cheaper tank bag, but that is entirely up to you. So the tank bag then, what do I think about it after a couple of weeks of using it? And I think it's really good actually. It's a great day bag. So at the moment I've got all my camera stuff in here, and it just takes it, it swallows it up quite nicely actually, as my glasses are steaming up. Let's crack open the visor. And the good thing about the bag is it is nice and sturdy. It's nicely mounted on the tank ring as well, and at motorway speed it's not going to rattle around or anything like that, so it's nice and secure, and you're not going to scratch your tank with the mounting system that it's got. And there's quite a bit of clearance on the underside of the tank bag and the top of the tank, so no worries about scratching there either. And I'm actually using the USB connector here on the BMW through the hole on the front side of the bag. You've got another access hole on here as well on the front and the back side of the bag, so I'm just charging my phone whilst it's in the click bag itself. The nice thing about the 6 litre bag, expandable to 8, is that it doesn't get in your way. I'm not a tank bag fan, I must admit, so this would be about the biggest that I would go to. Wunderlich do quite a large range of tank bags. The 6 litre is the ideal size bag because it's not going to get in the way whatsoever. You can still operate the power button, etc. If you want to mount stuff on the front of the handlebars here, you can do. It's not going to impede your access to those as well. And on full lock, it doesn't touch the tank bag itself at all, so it's all pretty good actually. I'm more than happy with it. In relation to the waterproofingness, they supply you with an inner waterproof tank bag. The actual bag itself, the material, the ballistic material, is not waterproof. I think they class it as water resistant. What I'll do tomorrow, it's due to chuck it down with rain, so I'm going to leave the bag outside, and if there's not enough rain I'm going to put a hose on it just to see how much water it will take before it starts to get wet inside. So that'll be at the end of the video. But they do a waterproof inner bag. Some people like that, some people don't. Some people will prefer the waterproof cover that you can put on the outside of the bag. Everybody's different. Yeah, some bags are really massive, aren't they, so they will get in the way, but this is just the perfect size for me anyway. Yeah, we had some big storms here in Jersey a few weeks ago, and parts of the island got hit with over 100-mile-an-hour winds, and we had total devastation across the island. So just before we park up, you can see all the trees have been uprooted. A lot of them have been uprooted. Wouldn't want to go down there, but yeah, storm was it, I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, look at it. Absolute carnage on the island, absolute carnage. But anyway, let's pull up over here and we'll show you the inside of the bag and have a quick look at it. Yeah, it's a good sized bag. It doesn't get in the way of your manoeuvrability on full lock and etc. So yeah, I do like the size of it. Yeah, full lock. Yeah, not a problem. Not a problem. Doesn't say I can't go up there, but let's have a look. Let's well then, this is not a bad place to stop, is it? Right then. There we go. Let's have a look at the bag then. Very quickly then, there it is. There's the bag. It looks good. It sits on the tank really nicely. And it's just one of those click bag systems. Clicks on the tank. What else is there to say about it, really? And if you're at the petrol station and you want to get access to the petrol cap, very simply, just reach around. Let me go around this way. Woohoo! It's a bit windy. Yeah, just reach around. Little blue tag there. Pull the tag. It clicks, unclicks, and there we go. That's it. And that's why it's called the click bag system. And you can see I've got my USB cord going in through access hole here, and there's another one at the back there. Straps wise then, carrying strap there. You've got a carrying strap here as well. And do you need a shoulder strap? Maybe not, I don't know, but it would have been nice to have the option, and you could have just clipped it on there somewhere. But yeah, nice size bag. Let's just pop it back on. See the mounting plate at the bottom there. And then this is only going to be a quickish video, and then let's put the USB back in there, and that's it, job done. And nice access to the bag. There we go. So you've got your documents bit in here, and then I've got my phone's being charged. Got all the stuff for the batteries for the DJI. I've ordered an Action 4 actually. I've got a power brick in there, and then I've got my audio stuff in there as well. So yeah, so that's it, and a cloth. I haven't got the waterproof inner bag, that's in the man cave. But yeah, that's it. It's I like it. It's a nice bit of kit. So that's it, guys. I think it looks good on the bike. What do you think? So all we need to do is, I'm going to go back home to the man cave, and what we'll do is I'll just do a waterproof kind of test on that. The bag isn't waterproof itself, it's water resistant. Some folks in the previous video I put up about this have sort of maybe moaned that it should be waterproof for that kind of money. They might have a point. I don't know if that's possible, but what I'm going to do is just going to test the water resistance of the bag itself, and I'm going to put a hose on it tomorrow or leave it out in the rain. So jump back on the bike, back to the man cave, and then we'll do a waterproof test tomorrow, which will be right now. Here we are then, back in the man cave. So I've put some kitchen paper in the top and in the bottom of the bag, and then on the inner bag again I've put some kitchen paper inside there. Gone out to the garden, zip tied the bag to the garden furniture, and then gone out for a walk in the torrential rain. So I actually forgot that the bag was outside, so 8 hours later, and it had been raining cats and dogs for 8 hours, folks. Brought them both inside to the man cave, had a look and squeezed the paper out, and there's about a tablespoon of water in the top one, and the bottom one, yeah, similar amount. Bit of an unfair test if I'm being truthful, because the bag was outside for a solid 8 hours and it was pretty much absolutely hammering it down. However, the inner bag, the waterproof bag with that kitchen paper inside, bone dry, so it does what it says on the tin. It's a water resistant outer bag, and the inner bag is totally waterproof. I decided to put the bag in my utility room to dry it out. So 12 hours later, simulating like being in a hotel, had a look inside, had a bit of a rub, bit of a feel, and it was pretty much bone dry. So it does dry out very quickly. The inner bag itself, absolutely bone dry, not an issue. My final thoughts then on the click bag system from Wunderlich. The 6 litre bag, not too big, not too small, and if you need a little bit more room, it is expandable to 8 litres. There might be some riders out there who don't like riding with a rucksack on, or they've got a pillion that doesn't like using a rucksack, so you might want to consider getting a tank bag to just make things a little bit more comfortable for you. In relation to the water resistanceness of the bag itself, well, it is water resistant. A bit of an unfair rain test that I did on it, as I actually forgot that the bag was outside for 8 hours in that torrential rain, so it did actually wet through, but that was hardly to not be expected, if I'm being honest. And I would say it's water resistant, certainly. However, if it's going to be chucking it down cats and dogs, then as they do provide a waterproof inner bag, and it is waterproof as we've shown in the test, then that will keep all your bits and bobs nice and dry. So all I need to say is thanks very much for Nippy Normans to supply me with the bag. It's a really good bag. Go and check them out. I'll put a link in the description down below. As ever, ride safe, and we'll see you again soon in the next video. Cheerio for now.